Well, I mean, Joe Biden, campaigned as some great unifier, right? He said he was going to bring the country together. And I think that, there are some people who voted for him for that reason. He also said he was going to be relatively moderate in the way that he governed. And he has turned out to be the most divisive and most radical president that we've had, in a long, long time, in our lifetime.
His speech last night in Philadelphia that is still causing an uproar among critics who called it everything but unifying.
I mean, the way that this country has gone so far downhill under his watch and under the watch of Nancy Pelosi's Congress, with absolutely record inflation, with an open border. This has been an absolute train wreck of an administration, and the American people know it. He's had record low approval ratings, and so the only card, obviously, that he thinks he can play is to demonize and attack and to try to somehow convince the American people that there is a bigger boogeyman out there.
This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. And it's caused by the fact that despite America having unprecedented and successful vaccination programs.
Late today, the White House announcing that the president had again tested positive for COVID.
I don't think people are buying it. There continues to be widespread disapproval of the president, of this administration. You continue to see record numbers of people saying the country is on the wrong track. And so I think that in the upcoming elections, we have a great opportunity to get the country on the right track and to actually unify in a real way around shared American values that have increasingly fallen by the wayside.
Governor Newsom in California is one of the most disastrous politicians in modern America. And, if anyone wants to know what government overreach looks like, it is somebody who cannot run a state other than into the ground, telling you what temperature to have your home at. He has overseen San Francisco in particular become an absolute slum city.
Gavin Newsom, I've called him America's most partisan governor, in addition to many other ways in which he is in first place in all the wrong ways. He spends his time not focused on California's problems, but creating partisan conflict and increasingly, attacking governors of other states. That is his political playbook, is stoking division. This has been true since before he became governor, even before COVID. He has done it for the same reason as Joe Biden, is everyone can see that California has a declining quality of life. It's just falling apart in this state. People are leaving California in record numbers. We've reached a breaking point where more people are leaving our state than are coming here. Gavin Newsom, the only card he has to play is to try to demonize people and to try to ramp up division and get people to retreat to their partisan corners. I think that people are sick of this mode of politics, running your state into the ground and then trying to create some sort of scapegoat for it through polarizing partisan rhetoric. The likes of Gavin Newsom, Joe Biden, and their allies can't win the argument, so they seek to silence the opposition. We saw this sort of take root at universities in a major way, first of all, but it's kind of spread this cancel culture to our broader society and it's become particularly insidious on social media, where you have, now very clear examples of people who are posting things that turned out to be true. People who posted that COVID-19 might have come from a lab in 2020, and after that, these posts were removed, or even information related to vaccination. Now the CDC even says that they're not going to treat vaccinated versus unvaccinated individuals differently because you can still transmit COVID, whether or not you're vaccinated. But if you said that sort of thing a year ago, suddenly your posts are removed. So it is truly unbelievable the degree to which social media censorship has become such a force and how it defines the parameters of public discourse. And so I do think that we need to look for ways to stop this censorship. And I think that increasingly we're seeing the government has a hand in it. So you're going to, I think, see more and more lawsuits that claim quite validly that this violates the First Amendment and be censoring people's views in this way.